Right, so these are going to be what I consider to be the 3 essential drum rudiments that you need to learn and really take the time to master them on the drums. Now there are 40 drum rudiments altogether, however most of them, if not all of them, are just different combinations of these 3 rudiments that I'm going to show you today. Now you might be wondering why I'm starting off a drum lesson and I'm not behind a drum kit. I'm going to get behind the kit in a minute. First we're just going to do it on the practice pad, just so we can get rid of all the distractions of all the different parts of the drum kit and really just focus on the technique and the sound of the rudiment. So the first rudiment we're going to look at is the single stroke roll, and this is basically just going to be where you are alternating every note. So we'll play it right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, like so. Now once again, as in with my last video, make sure that you are playing with your wrists and not playing with your arms. As you start to pick up the tempo, using your whole arms to play is going to feel really awkward, and I'm pretty sure that it could do some damage in the long run. Make sure you're nice and relaxed. I'm going to be starting at 100 BPM, just playing them straight with no accents, and then afterwards I will show you them with accents. So we were just playing semi-quavers there, which means that for every beat there's going to be 4 notes that we are playing. So it will be 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. Now if we want to play these accenting every beat, we're going to be using the molar technique again. You really want to make sure when you're using this technique that you are keeping the non-accented notes low and you're making the accented notes a lot louder. The differentiation between these 2 notes is really going to dictate how they sound and give the flow of them. The bigger the difference between them 2 notes, the better it's going to sound. So the second rudiment is the double stroke roll, and this is when we're going to be playing 2 notes and then we're going to be playing 2 notes on the other hand. So it'll be right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. So when you're playing doubles at slower tempos, I advise to use your wrists to play. However, when you start picking the tempo up, it's going to be a lot more difficult to use your wrists. So that is when you're going to want to start bouncing the stick. So you want to make sure you're doing the same movement that you are with the single stroke roll, but you want to be playing 2 notes instead of 1. This is what it will look like at faster tempo using the bounce. Every movement will be 2 notes and I'm just bouncing the stick and bringing it back up. When we start to push it up, they sound like this. Now to make things easier, the third rudiment is just a combination of singles and doubles, and that is going to be the paradiddle. So for the paradiddle, the sticking that we're going to be using is right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. So I'm going to demonstrate these using the accents on each beat, and you will notice that the accent will be moving from the right hand to the left hand every note because of the sticking. Now, all played on the same surface, they should all sound similar, if not the same. And a good exercise just to do this, just to help you get more comfortable with them. And just to help with going from one rudiment into the other, you're going to play one bar of singles, then a bar of the doubles, and then the paradiddles, and then you go back to the singles. So I'm going to be playing these around 140 BPM. Now, once you get comfortable just doing it in that sequence, start to mix them up a bit. So don't just play singles into doubles into paradiddles. Maybe do singles into doubles, then back into singles, into paradiddles, then doubles, then singles. You get the idea. So just mix them up just to make sure that you are comfortable going from one into the other, whatever sequence it might be. Now, it's not until you apply these rudiments around the drum kit that you will really start to hear how they sound around the drum kit, and where you can really notice the difference between them, and you can really hear where they are the most useful in making different rhythms around the kit. So now we're going to get behind the drum kit, and I'm going to show you some things that you can start to practice just to help you apply these rudiments going from a practice pad to a drum kit to start using in your playing. Now, the one thing to be aware of when you start using these rudiments around the drum kit is that all the surfaces have different bounces. So you're not going to get the same bounce that you get on the hi-hat with one of your floor toms. And as you go around the drum kit, you get less bounce. So that's why doing double stroke rolls and different rudiments on the floor tom can really help to build up the strength of your doubles, because you don't get as much bounce as you would on the snare drum or on your hi-hat. So first I'm going to give you 3 different fills that you can use the single stroke roll in. So first it's going to be a whole bar fill, then it's going to be half a bar fill, and then it's just going to be a 1 beat fill. So first we'll do the full bar fill. Next, we're going to look at the half bar fill. Now, the main area that I like to use doubles in my playing is on the hi-hat. You can see a lot of players like Stuart Copeland do a lot of these little hi-hat licks, and they really give the song a little boost and really give it feel and movement, and they just sound really good. So you can hear in there the little, that is basically just playing a double with your right hand. So next, paradiddles. Paradiddles can be really useful. So I'm going to show you a few different beats and fills that you can play to start utilising paradiddles within your playing. once you get comfortable with them, start to up the tempo and you can get some really cool grooves going on them. So you can really hear as you start to up the tempo on some of these, especially the paradiddles, you can get some really cool grooves going and some really cool rhythms. So I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Make sure to start practicing these slowly. Start with a practice pad just to get the feel of them and then start using them on the kit and see what you can come up with. I'll see you on the next video.